My guest for today is Jimmy Bhore, the vocalist of one of the quintessential Mumbai metal bands, Zygnema. With 2 albums and 1 EP under their belts, Zygnema has been tearing up the national and international stage for close to 2 decades now. Their latest EP, Iconic, represents a rebirth of sorts for the band, at least in my opinion, with a different sound, cutting-edge visuals, and a much-talked-about music video for their song, Grind. However, music is not all there is to Jimmy, as he is also an entrepreneur, being the founder of the popular Mumbai and Sangli-based burger franchise, Jimis Burger, whose food I myself have personally enjoyed a lot over the years. So I sat down with Jimmy to talk about the iconic EP, Zygnema's musical journey, Jimmy's own entrepreneurial path, and so much more. So, without further ado, here's me with Jimmy from Zygnema. Jimmy, thank you so much for speaking to me.
Thank you for having me here, bro.
So before we start this interview, I just wanted to show you a picture.
Okay.
This is from the last Zygnema interview I did 10 years ago.
That is holy.
This was at the Humming Tree for the album launch of your last album, What Makes Us Human is Obsolete.
Correct.
And the funny thing about this is, this was filmed on a DSLR, yet it still looks like it was filmed on a potato. So that goes to show how much time flies, man.
It is fine.
So
Great, man.
yeah. So
फिर मिलेंगे तो serious हो गया ना.
exactly. So first of all, I want to talk about Iconic, and I have to say I was a little bit shocked when I heard it. It sounds so fresh yet so different from what you've done in the past, and accompanying with that, the videos that you've done is just top class. It almost feels like the rebirth of the band in a way.
Thank you, man. It means a lot to us.
Yeah. So just tell me, how did Iconic come about, and how did that change in sound come about?
Bro, to be honest, like we've been doing this for a very long time. And, we wanted some change. We wanted to do something and push ourselves also, like as individuals, as musicians. Thoda sa, like, try new things. I wanted to do some singing, and I wanted to do. So in one of the songs, I did some Aalaap, stuff like that. So we wanted to push our boundaries. We wanted, and we wanted the essence of an Indian metal band even. It has been going on. We've been contemplating since a very long time, to be honest. Like since we played 2012 Wacken, but it just didn't materialize. And then when we got, like, I think like during COVID is when we realized that there was a lot of free time for us.
Right.
With good introspection ho gaya, and we started like jamming on some new material and new stuff.
Right.
And we didn't really push it as much. So just let the music take its own due course, and like one step at a time. Few months, like as months passed by, the music started taking its own shape.
Right.
Yeah. And yeah, like eventually it came to a point where like we were all very happy, saying, "Chalo, this is something that we can present because it is new, it is fresh. Most importantly, we are enjoying it, and we are happy with it. And ultimately, वो सबसे ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है."
Yeah, exactly.
So that's happening.
Right.
And there is a good sense of freshness. At the same time, the essence of Zygnema is still intact.
Right.
So we're like, okay, this is good. We are all vibing, all band members are vibing. So, chalo, theek hai, let's bring this out.
Right. Yeah, and for me, who has a little bit of experience in marketing and graphic design, there is also a noticeable upgrade not only in the music but in the artwork as well. The way the EP artwork looks, and the amount of stuff you invested into the music videos in a cinematography fashion. So what led to that need to push everything and upgrade everything from the last album?
That's very simple. We just kept it simple. Like, let's not bang our heads too much on the album art, and let's just click a great picture and have a great text.
Right.
Let's keep it as simple as possible. Let's not focus our energies there right now.
Right.
It could work. Let the music do the talking.
Right.
And when it comes to the video, we thought, let's show people the story of Mumbai and
Right.
So it was just that, and most of it was short guerrilla. So
Nice.
literally like
Yeah.
day-to-day lives of people there, and there was no actor in it.
Right. Yeah. So that.
Regular people doing their regular stuff.
Yeah. So from that we can segue into the video for Grind, which is absolutely phenomenal.
Thank you.
And you're acting in it specifically. My particular favorite scene is when you're in the back of the lorry and
Correct.
singing the lyrics and like sizing people up and all of that. So what did you want to convey with Grind specifically that you hadn't covered before? What led to the birth of that Grind music video, the Grind
Correct.
I, especially the I part of Grind?
Yes.
Particularly.
So when in the song when we are talking about I, so like Mumbai, like Mumbai Devi say हमारा नाम है Mumbai city का,
Right.
and like the city is our mother, you know,
Yes.
and our mother is very loving, but at the same time when time comes she's very fierce, and she's merciful. At the same time, she gets aggressive. And that is Mumbai. And that's the life we've been living all the time. Like not just the band, like people of Mumbai. So like, chalo, let's bring this. Let's show people, let's show the world a little bit about Mumbai and the people of Mumbai.
Tyagachi Premachi.
Devachi Premachi is like there is sentimentally we are a religious country, and Mumbai में तो खास करके तो
Yes.
होता ही है. तो देवाची प्रेमाची, त्यागाची कष्टाची आहे.
Yes.
So it's like both ways. That's how balance is maintained,
Right.
and there is no escape. There's no way out of it. And the best part about Mumbai is that people accept it for sure, but they celebrate it too. You know, hardship, that no one's complaining.
Yeah.
No one's whining, अरे मेरा life ऐसा क्यों है, मैं ऐसा क्यों? Nobody's complaining. Everybody's grinding.
Yeah. Everybody's in this together.
Everyone, all people from all walks of life. Everyone's grinding, and everyone's like celebrating too at the same time.
Yes. Is there any particular story or moment that stands out from the filming of Grind?
There's so many, bro. And I mean, like when you're doing something that's not like supremely planned, again, like we had like a storyboard and stuff like that. But you know, like when you're doing Gorilla, then you tend to shoot a little too much.
Yeah.
So, and we were literally like taking the camera and walking the streets of Mumbai. अरे अरे रुक 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 चाय वाला रुक रुक भाई शूट करने देगा क्या? बोला क्या कर रहे? अरे मुंबई के ऊपर गाना लिख रहे. अरे करेगा करेगा. That's how we shot like the entire video, bro.
Yeah.
Like we have not called people. There were no actors. So it's like अरे ये चाय वाला इधर हम आएंगे सुबह में यहाँ पे शूट करेंगे भाई करेगा. So I mean like even the shot that like I'll specifically talk about the lorry shot.
Yeah.
Bro, it was not planned. Like we were shooting and then our director Saurav, he's like, Jimmy भाई इसके ऊपर बैठोगे क्या? I'm like, बैठेगा ना क्यों नहीं बैठेगा? भाई भाई रुको 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 वापस आओ भाई एक ही मिनट का काम है. क्या काम है? कुछ नहीं ऐसे पीछे बैठेंगे आपके और आप चलो. And that was like one take.
Right.
There most of the shots are all like one takes because it's like people are moving and they're doing their own shit.
Right.
So it's like just capturing their like few moments with them. So it's like just like half a minute or 2 minutes at the most.
Yeah. Who was that classical singer in the middle of the video who did the Aalaap? I really liked his voice.
Okay, so that guy was an actor.
Okay. Oh, so you had
The only guy, yeah.
Okay. The only actor.
He's not an actor.
Okay.
He's a friend of mine.
Okay.
Lives in my building.
Uh-huh.
In fact, like the secretary of my building. So I was like, अरे तू आएगा क्या मेरे को? The thing is, that voice is mine.
Okay.
I sang it.
Oh, okay.
Yala. But I didn't want to be there. It was right after that. It was me at the back of the bike, and I'm like singing. So I was like, then it's like too much repetition. I want like I thought like let's break the monotony. Let's not just show Jimmy, Jimmy, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Let's have some good Marathi look there. चाहिए थोड़ा सा मुंबई के ऊपर
I don't know. I think it would have been very refreshing for you to go like
It would have been, but I really didn't want to try it. So because right after that, it was me doing the same thing.
Okay.
I thought I'll get my friend.
Okay, fine. Maybe for the next album.
You never know, man.
Yeah.
You never know.
Exactly. So, like, when I see Iconic and all of the other stuff that is recently coming from the independent music scene, it really feels like all of these bands are investing a lot more into not only their music but also their merchandising and their videos and marketing than they used to. Have
Correct.
you noticed that?
100%, man. I think, I mean, earlier it was just about music. Like, I'm gonna write my music, people will like it, people won't. But now people are taking, like, I think musicians nowadays are not just musicians, are not just creators, they are entrepreneurs. So, I mean, that there's a shift in ideology. Like now, it is not just like, okay, I've made music and then it will take its own course. No.
Right.
Like now I will take certain steps to make it happen. I'm literally like I'll do like half of the work that label would have done back in the days, or they probably do now. So I think everybody needs to do it too.
Right.
And we are independent, man. Like we are not commercial.
Yeah, and now that the technology allows you to handle all of these things by yourself,
Exactly.
I think it's pretty much inevitable.
You have so many things at your disposal, like social media, reach. You can do what you want to do. If you whack your head and try to align yourself, it works. And even if it doesn't work, it's fine. At least you've taken that effort. You know, even that matters.
How has marketing the band changed from back in the day to now? What is the biggest change that you have seen?
Social media, reach, access. I think back in the days, I mean, I remember when we were kids, access to music was very limited, man. It was like, Sairaj has a cassette and then he'll bring a, I'm like, Sairaj ke paas kaun sa cassette hai? Sairaj Pantera, arey dena yaar. And then, you know, that's how it worked. And then I would like something and I was like, oh fuck, ये बहुत अच्छा है, but अभी क्या करूँ? साइरस को तो वापस देना है. Then I would have to travel all the way, go to like a Planet M or some other store where you get
Planet M.
Yeah, exactly, right. And then you'll find these materials, and eventually it evolved to CDs, and then, but it's still the same. That back in the days, it was that access was not easy. Now it's different, and now it's like you click and it's there. It's just there. It's easier for musicians to reach out to people even now. Earlier, like me as a musician, I would write, okay, great, I have a great song. I think it's going to change the world. How do I ensure that it reaches an X number of people? I had probably no idea back then, and I had no resource.
Right.
Other than going to a label or going to someone who knows this. And now with social media, I can just like put it online and get my friends to share it. At least it'll reach like 1,000 people for sure.
Yeah.
And earlier 1,000 was like fucking success, dude. And now it's like the norm because of social media.
Yes, definitely. So let's rewind the clocks a bit for those of our viewers who might not know. What were the origins of Zygnema? How did Zygnema start?
So originally was founded by Siddharth Karadi. It was Siddharth. Shezan Sheikh has played bass for one of the shows, and Ivan was a vocalist. Ivan was a singer, more of like he was not interested in doing Sepultura and Pantera.
Right.
So like I think they did like 2 shows, and then Sid met me. And I wanted to do like, heavier voices and metal. So Ravi came along, and there were a lot of changes then. So, but founding Sid, Ivan, Archit on bass, and drums Sachin, like Felix Di Mello.
Yeah.
So these were the guys, and eventually it changed. And then the more stable lineup was when I came, Ravi came, and Mayank joined. So it was Sid and the three of us. That was like a proper stable lineup of Zygnema. And then Ravi moved out, Leon came in, which was also like he was there for a few years until he moved to Canada.
Yes.
And now we have Somesh. The rest of the guys are still here. Somesh is here to stay. I don't think he's going to leave for Canada soon. So.
So this may be a bit of a noob question, but
Yeah.
what does the name Zygnema even mean? Like, where does it come from?
Dude, it's a freshwater algae.
Okay.
It gives rise to different organisms, different species. This is what it is. Sid who is a bio student.
Okay.
So he read it somewhere and he was like very inspired. Oh, Zygnema sounds cool and means something. Name it. He did that. It's just that.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. So let's segue to another subject that's on your heart, literally on your heart.
Oh yes, sir.
Yeah. Jimmy's Burgers. Now, I don't think I'm the only one saying this, but Jimmy's Burgers are some of the best burgers I've ever had. Bar.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so as a foodie who unfortunately has to restrict himself due to health reasons, so
Yeah, you can always have the lettuce wrap.
yeah, exactly. The chindi
Cut
chod,
down
the
the
chindi
carbs
chod
for
veg
you.
options. So how did Jimmy's Burger start?
Bro, like I always wanted to do a burger place since I was a kid.
Right.
Like how everybody has a dream. It's just like a distant dream. And eventually I got a little serious about it when I grew up. When I finished my college. And with Zygnema, I had like you're touring Europe and you're touring out and you get access to, because like you're playing for clubs.
Right.
You get access to the kitchen and you can talk to the chefs and stuff like that. So I got good access. I got good insights on how things work, how the science. Like I would read something online, but it wouldn't be enough, no?
Right.
So you'd speak to a pro, like out there, and they would like you have a conversation with them, and you can download some files, get some knowledge, and come back and then use it in your recipes, in your operations in the kitchen.
Right.
So, I mean, I did that. I started a food cart in Sangli.
Right.
12, 13, like a proper push cart, hard curry. It was great. Yeah, for a year I did that. I wanted to learn how the business works, so I went there. I came back and I started a small hole in a wall, 6-seaters. I won't even call it like a 6-seater. Like I had 3 ledges and 6 bar stools. It was very small, like a 200 square feet place. I ran that for a year, and then we moved to a 24-seater place.
Right.
And 6 months later, 6 months later, we had to, because it exploded. There was so much demand, we had to move to like a 60-seater place. And then one outlet followed. Like so.
How many outlets do you have now?
We have 8.
8.
Yes.
In Mumbai.
7 in Mumbai and 1 in Sangli.
Okay. When in Bangalore?
Soon, someday.
No, we are jonesing for good burgers, dude. We can't keep going to the only place on St. Mark's Road, okay? Because most of the time that place is filled. So, yeah.
We'll come.
Yeah.
We'll come for sure, man.
Yeah.
I love Bangalore, and I will definitely have a few outlets in Bangalore someday.
Happy to hear.
One step at a time, man.
Yeah. So, in your experience, what is the biggest mistake people make when preparing a burger?
Okay. They make a lot of mistakes, bro. As simple as just keeping your flame at a particular heat, you know. Like I like to keep it at a good medium high. You know, when you put the patty, it needs to sizzle. And like pressing down on the patties.
Okay.
When you flip it and then people like really press. I've seen a lot of videos people pressing down on patties after flipping, and then it's like literally murdering the patty and getting all the juice out.
So
And we don't do that. It's like boys don't touch it much, don't play with the patties much. It's like you put it there, you flip it, and,
So it's important to keep the juices in the patty.
that let the juices go in the mouth, bro.
Yeah, exactly. So what are the things that maintaining a band and maintaining a burger franchise have in common? What are the commonalities?
Both are very difficult. You need like supreme resilience and dedication to do this, and it's like a really tough road, man. So all days are not high.
Yeah, that's true.
So, most of the days are low, but when it gets high,
The high
Really
is enough to
compensate.
get you through the lows.
correct.
So what are the future plans from Zygnema going on from the iconic EP?
More music, more videos, insane fucking shows. Yeah, that is what people should expect from us. Yeah, and yeah, I think we will up our game as much as possible. You know?
Definitely, definitely. Looking forward to that. So before we conclude this interview, I'd like to do a little pop quiz. I'm going to give you a few quick questions. And
Yeah.
you give me some quick answers.
Well,
All right?
let's go.
All right. When and where was the first Zygnema gig ever?
Dude, Sardar Patel.
Okay.
Yeah,
Where?
As far as I know, yes. Sardar Patel in Andheri.
Mhm.
It's a college, Sardar Patel College.
Sardar Patel College in Andheri.
Sardar Patel College. In the vicinity of Bhavan's College, Andheri. And as far as I know, it was Sid Ivan on vocals, Shezan on bass, and Sachin on drums.
Okay. When did it happen? Like what
Oh,
year?
fuck, dude, like maybe like 18 years ago. I don't know. 18, 19 years ago. Like, really long ago, man.
Okay, fair enough.
वो
Favorite?
वो टाइम पे दाढ़ी भी नहीं आता था, ऐसा था.
All right.
We were all very young and
Favorite and least favorite song from your catalog?
least favorite to Sid won't allow me to. No. My favorite song. It's very difficult, yeah. I think नए album में से currently it's Grind.
Fantastic. That's one of my
Right.
favorites too, along with the usual classics like Scarface.
Scarface, Theory of Lies and Negation.
Most underrated song from your catalog.
Invidious Eye.
Ah, nice.
Yeah.
I would personally pick.
Yes.
I would personally pick National Disaster because that has a really catchy riff, and I don't hear or see a lot of people talking about that song in particular. So I would pick National Disaster, but Invidious Eye is a great.
Back in the day,
Yeah.
it was quite popular, to be honest. National Disaster.
Oh,
it was, yeah, one of our famous tracks.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah,
Fair
but we played it so much. Like, bhai, bas ho gaye. next, because we can't play like 2.5, 3 hours. No?
Yeah.
Can't play all the songs. You need to let go somewhere.
Yeah, true. Favorite and least favorite part of playing live?
There's nothing least favorite about fucking playing live, dude. That is the real life, to be honest.
Not like the logistics, the travel. and all
Match
that.
done है sir. सब भारी है यार. कुछ नहीं. Everything you have to do what you have to do. It's a part of the process, and then it's too much, bro. That high is too much.
Awesome.
Like better than anything else.
Right.
Just being on stage. I'm ready to do sacrifice whatever, and which we are doing anyways.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Best and worst venue you've ever performed?
But I have to tell you the best feeling. No, you're saying.
Yeah.
The least and best feeling of playing live.
Yeah, tell me.
Dude, like you create a baby, and like your songs.
Right.
Okay? And you go out there and you play that song, and you see everyone sing that song, and when you see their faces, you see that it actually affects them.
Right.
It has some kind of a very strong effect on them.
Right.
It's not just like they're humming a track. There is conviction in the delivery. There is. How do you compare it, and with what do you compare it?
Yeah, exactly. When you see like an entire crowd singing along to lyrics that you wrote.
like not just the entire, like you have the entire crowd, even if you have one person singing,
Hmm.
but when you feel that conviction,
Hmm.
you know that you've had a great day that day.
No doubt, no doubt. So yeah, best and worst venue you performed at.
Best venue, so, I will say like a lot of, there are too many venues to be honest, but one of the wildest shows, I think Antisocial. We've played like too many shows at Antisocial. It feels like home for us.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
like we've done like so many Scar Fests there.
Mhm.
And it's always been crazy, man. It's always so. Like for me, I think that has a special place in my heart, along with B69.
Mm.
Yeah,
Jesus.
that has a very very special place in my heart. Yeah, and worst, I mean, I can talk about when there was one show we were supposed to play there in Goa
Okay.
at Baina Beach. Hang on the fucking beach, dude. Great stage, sexy, everything. Like it's right. Like you can see the sea. You're in the sand, and but there was no sound and there was no backline.
Oh.
There was nothing. There was just a 30 watt amp for the guitar and absolutely nothing else. I think one and a drum kit. Nothing else.
Wow.
So yeah, I could like, although aesthetically it was quite great,
Yeah.
visually very pleasing,
Yeah.
but yeah, one of the worst fucking setups I've seen. Eventually, we couldn't play the show anyway, so because there was nothing to play.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. If you had to pick one song with which to introduce someone to Zygnema for the very first time, which song would you pick?
Grind.
Grind.
Yep.
Awesome. Awesome. That along with that video, I think it will seal the deal for any newcomers.
Sweet. I hope it does.
Yeah, definitely. Next, if you could feature your music in any TV show or movie, which TV show or movie would you pick?
TV show.
Or movie?
Dude, I recently just saw a few episodes of Daredevil.
The first series or Born Again?
Born Again.
Born Again.
I'd
Okay.
rather put it there because it's new and fresh. Put it out there.
Yeah, yeah, that's a pretty kick-ass show so far.
Yeah.
So,
Especially when him and Fisk are having that dialogue in the
yeah,
cafe.
in the dino.
Put it like just plug in a grind there.
Okay, fine. Daredevil it is.
Yeah, they're talking about their city, no?
Yeah, exactly. Oh,
Yeah.
that's a good connection. That's a good connection. Okay. First rock song you ever heard?
Judas Priest, Before the Dawn.
Ooh, that's a song you don't hear a lot. Because most often people bring up like Sad Wings of Destiny or maybe Painkiller and all that. That's a song you don't hear a lot.
That's how I got introduced to metal even. So. I'm like, I've heard Michael learns to rock before Judas Priest, but I won't call that rock as such.
Yeah. Okay. First band T-shirt you ever bought?
So that's easy, Sepultura.
Which album?
I think it was Arise or Chaos City, one of those.
Okay.
One of
Okay. Dream gig you would love to attend or perform at?
Ooh. Sepultura, Slipknot. This is a hypothetical situation, right?
Yeah.
Pantera, the old lineup. Sepultura, the old lineup.
Yeah.
And Opeth. Yeah, and I'd love to open. So you perform and then you get to see them.
Did you get to open for any of these guys in your European shows?
I mean, so I won't say open, like, but like, you have like so many artists performing at
Yeah,
different
right.
stages.
Right.
Yeah, so we did, like, I mean, like when we performed in 2012, we had Opeth, we had In Flames,
Mm.
and we had, I think, 6 Feet Under, Opeth, Decapitated. Who else? Machine Head. Quite a few bands.
Okay, cool. If there was a Zygnema burger, what ingredients would it contain? A lot of meat, let's say.
I would not put a lot of meat because Sid is a vegetarian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, like, I would put an egg because he eats, what is it, like, eggitarian?
Eggitarian.
Yeah. Correcting myself here. So, yeah, I would, like, it would be a big burger.
No doubt.
Like, I could say the Jimmy's bacon cheeseburger probably would be more like a
Okay,
cool Zygnema burger.
fantastic.
It has the essence of India, Mumbai types. You know, it has the chatka. It's not like a purely American burger.
Yeah.
It's like if a burger was made and invented in India, then
Yeah.
how would it be
Yeah.
by a Maharashtrian guy?
Yeah.
So that is the burger, the Jimmy.
Okay, cool. And lastly, this is for our Mumbai viewers over there.
Mm.
You are a Mumbai metal band. You guys have taken pride in that.
100%.
And in your opinion, what sets the Mumbai scene apart from all the other scenes?
I think it's the chaos they bring on the table. Like we've had like the wildest fucking mosh pits and wall of deaths like people have ever seen in Mumbai. I mean, like across, I've seen it across, but Mumbai has something else. It's like I don't know what it is, but it's crazy. It's a little off the hook. It's insane.
Yeah, I've personally seen that, and it would be hard for me to argue.
Yeah,
Though I would like to argue on behalf of my own city, it would be hard to argue.
It would be because videos would.
Yes, there is video. There is video proof of the
too much,
chaos
too
and
many,
murder.
too many. I think I think Mumbai guys, I don't know, they're ready to let go.
That's the end of our interview. Jimmy, thank you so much for talking to me.
Thank you for having me. Yeah,
Yep.
all the best
And-
with.
Yep. And check out Zygnema on their social media. Check out the iconic EP wherever you can find the music. And if you like this video, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.